but something that doesn't normally happen happened, and I basically slept all of yesterday. Hi everyone, welcome to this new video, this week's video, and I am officially on my period. So fun. But I wanted to make now that I'm able to make longer, more drawn out videos, I wanted to make one about the things that I actually do on my period. That was loud. I wanted to show off some of the things that I actually do while I'm on my period that are helpful for me with my chronic illness, and just kind of show off more of what the day-to-day actually looks like. Let me set you down. Today is day 1. Well, I guess technically it's day 2 because it started last night, but it's still the first 24 hours. It's day 1. So for me, day 1 is usually pretty normal in terms of symptoms and stuff. It's usually my normal everyday symptoms. Maybe my back hurts a little bit more, maybe I don't have as much energy, but pretty doable. So for me, day 1 is period prep. For me, that looks like making sure my room is as clean as I can get it, and I usually meal prep some things for the next couple of days so I don't need to be worrying about food, and really just setting up my room so that I don't have to move very much, because as you will see tomorrow, because I do plan on filming at least a little bit of every day of my period to kind of show you guys, I will have day 2 and 3 are the days where I really struggle getting around, either because the blood loss makes it so I physically can't get up without feeling dizzy and like I'm gonna black out after 5 minutes, or just being in so much pain I can't move. So I want to try and set up my room and my environment to be in a position that I can do that. Also, I'm staying in my giant comfy hoodie for probably majority of this, so be prepared to see this exact same hoodie over and over again. Because I'm on my period, I just want to be comfortable. In terms of cleaning, I have already started a load of dishes so that as many dishes are as clean as possible. So while I go through all of this, I'm going to be making dirty dishes, but hopefully once my period is over and I'm able to actually go and do the cleaning again, it's not so bad. I have some things I need to pick up. I just want things to be as clean as possible again, and making sure that I just have room to put the dirty dishes that I'm going to make, because I always do. Because again, I can't really move much. I usually have a dedicated spot in my room for dirty dishes because I eat a lot of meals in my room. So that's usually where they go, but I can usually bring them downstairs just the next time I go down. That's just kind of where they go. But I'm actually going to need a bit of a bigger area. So in front of my TV is usually where it ends up, because I don't really watch much TV while I'm on my period. The TV itself is just way too far away from my bed. I'd prefer to use like my phone, or right now that I have my Nintendo Switch, I use that a lot. I read, that sort of stuff when I'm on my period. So I know I'm not really going to be using it or touching it. So I plan on cleaning off in front of my TV as much as possible so I can put the dirty dishes there, so I can kind of have a bigger stack, because I'm going to have one. But I also want to clean next to my bed, although that's not where the dishes are going. It's where I'm gonna be kind of setting up that camp I talked about, where I'm gonna have a book for me to read. Right now I'm reading, I'll show it off later, but I'm gonna have my books there. I'm gonna move my journal and stuff over there so I can really just be in bed. I got a new memory foam lap desk. I have like a normal table one, but that one really doesn't work super well, so now I have a memory foam one that is going to work a little bit better. I want to have a spot that I can kind of set my Nintendo Switch down when I'm not using it, so that it can just sort of exist over there, and I really only have to walk over here because it charges right behind me. I only have to walk over there like once a day to put it on the charger. So we're gonna do the cleaning, and then we're gonna do the meal prep. But let's get the cleaning done first, and then I'll explain my food and everything. I haven't done a cleaning video in a while. Let's see if I remember. I used to do this. I've already forgotten. Solid start. If I put you there, will you be able to see? Yes, you will. Okay, so you can kind of see. It's not the best angle, but it's what I can do. So like I said, I got some new compression socks. These are the Muke Lukes. I found them at Walmart. I am putting them in my laundry to be washed. I have yet to wear them fully, but I did try them on quickly, and they're very thin, so I think they're going to be nice for this summer, but they're not very compressive. They're very light, so we're going to see how they actually work in a full wear test. Feel free to maybe go take a look. They were $12 for a pack of 3, so not bad. These are just a pair of like the Copper Care ones. Anybody from Maine knows. I got them at Martin's, so I got them secondhand basically, and they were far too big for my hands. I have very little hands, so that's more of a me thing. They're one size fits all. It's a thing that happens. But I do plan on gardening with my mom this summer, so I'm hoping I can just kind of use them for that and not really have to think about it much. So this is the space in front of the TV that we have cleaned off. Those are really the only things that were in the way. Like I said, I keep this area pretty clean majority of the time. Like here, I'll put this is the mug that I'm using. I'm not gonna keep it here right now, but this is basically where all the dirty dishes will go. When my period is finally over, I can pretty easily bring this downstairs, or if it gets pretty big, I can ask my mom to bring the dishes down, be cleaned and stuff. But they're just in a dedicated place for either me or her to deal with them, or my sister, because my sister's coming home. The next area is the area that I have hers. Oh, and I also have, you guys can't really see it as well, but I have my desk here, and this whole area is pretty clean as well. So I can't put stuff there, but I like to keep that one basically pretty clean because it's going to be in the direct eye line of my bed. This is more, I'll view it this way. That one's a little bit more psychological for me, being able to see the cleaned off area over there, because everything's gonna get really messy. It's my period. It's kind of the point. Is there water in here still? There is. Okay, I'm gonna dump that. But yeah, now I'm cleaning off next to my bed. This is the water bottle. It's a Owala water bottle. I've had it for a while now. This is the water bottle I use when I'm leaving the house for either going on a walk or anything, because it locks really nice and I need water with me. I actually normally keep it in my little bottle bag. This is the one from Blogilates from their Target line. Again, had it for about as long as I've had this water bottle. They go hand in hand. I highly, highly recommend, if you have POTS or any sort of condition where you need to make sure you're monitoring your water, or you just want to get a bottle bag, because this is like my go-to thing to bring with me when I go out, basically anywhere where I'm gonna be out and walking around and doing anything, especially in the summer where we get to go to a lot of zoos. For my birthday, we usually go to the Maine Botanical Gardens, so this will be coming with me. It's just something I can make into a purse that can also hold my water bottle, and it's just really helpful. So put it back in its designated spot. Oh, this is fun. So I usually also keep a couple of snacks over here so that, again, I don't really have to get up and grab anything. These are going to be on rotation. These have a little story. So these are the Made Good granola bites. This isn't about this specific flavor or anything, but when I first got my wheat allergy diagnosed with my celiac and my MCAS, it kind of came all at once. I got really scared of eating anything that would give me more reactions, because I had been reacting for so long and I was finally getting better. I didn't want to go backwards. And so anything that even had a chance to not be wheat, I completely wrote off, even if I was already eating it. And Made Good bars were one of those things. I had been eating them as my go-to granola bar because I love granola bars, and they're fine. They're literally certified gluten-free, you can see right there. But they have natural flavoring, which anybody who has a wheat allergy knows, or celiac, or just eats gluten-free. natural flavors is like a 50% chance that it's not actually safe. So for me, that was far too much. And so I completely wrote these off for longer than I'd like to admit. But I recently realized I've been really trying to challenge that voice in my head, that kind of disordered way of eating of everything is poison, and realized, hey, it's certified, it's been in your house because my sister loves them, so you aren't reacting to it in that sort of way. Maybe they are safe. And so I had one of her bars and it turned out to actually be safe, and so my mom let me get the strawberry bites that I found at the store so I can have them for my period this month. And this is going to be my little treat. So they stay by here. But yeah, that's my little story. Ooh, another snack. I just finished these. These are the siete, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Mexican vanilla chocolate chip grain-free cookies. This is the one from Costco, the giant bag. I ate them all. They're very good. I like them a lot. I like this brand a lot, so. But they have been eaten and they need to be thrown away. It's my dirty plate from this morning. Go-to macro bars. I have some protein bars as well up here. I will be having as like a nice little snack. Because another thing is I eat, for anybody who's new here and doesn't know, I have a mild form of gastroparesis. And a way that I manage that to to minimize my stomach pain is to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So I have a lot of little snacks, and protein bars is one of them. I really like the Go Macro bars. They seem safe. But please leave any gluten-free snacks you have down below, because I have been up for trying some new ones and I'd like some recommendations to try and challenge that little voice. But moving on from food, this is the book that I'm currently reading. It is Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. It is the third book in the Legendborn cycle. I am so excited to finally start reading it. I've already started a little bit. I think 60 pages in. Yeah, I just hit chapter 1. I just finished the prologue. Very good so far. I'm very excited to dive back in and see how this story continues, how Brianna continues her story. So this will be very good for when we hit the migraine days, when I can't really look at a screen. I can read, so this will be good. It'll also just be good when I just want to get off my phone and I don't really have any more to do on my games. This will be another good thing to do. So this will be here. I'm also bringing over my journal and my planner because, again, those are two things that I use constantly. I'm also bringing over my pencil. Those are two things that I do constantly every day, and I want to make sure that I continue them. And one of the easiest ways for me to do that is to keep them as close by as possible. Normally, I start my day in my recliner, hence why they're over there. But because I'm going to be mainly in my bed on my period, I'm going to move them over here because it just makes sense for this week. So that's pretty much it for the prep. I usually keep my room pretty accessible anyway, so there's really not a lot of moving around and stuff I need to do. It's just usually a little bit of a thing that I just like to prioritize day one of my period, just to double check and make sure that I'm ready to go. So some of the things that are already over here that stay over here like all the time is things like baby wipes. I have a really hard time showering normally. Showering that triggers my POTS, as well as the blood loss from my period, is basically a recipe for disaster of fainting in the shower, and I really don't like that. So I have this pack of baby wipes. These are just like water wipes. They're like a cheap one from the store. But they help me be able to just clean off any sweat I have on me, make me feel like I'm not disgusting until I'm out of my period and I can actually take a shower. I also have over here all of my like skincare and stuff. I don't know if I can pick it up because everything's just gonna fall. But I have things like toners and micellar water and sunscreen and all of my things like that. You can see I have like pimple patches and stuff. All of that I keep right next to my bed because I normally just use them right before I go to bed. And so I just put them on at my bed so I can sit and do it, and I find that just keeping it here by my bed is the easiest option. I don't use micellar water every day. I do normally go and actually brush my teeth and wash my face in the sink, but having micellar water here for when I'm really not feeling well, like I used it last night because I was just so tired, which is another thing that happens, is I'm just so tired I don't want to go up to the sink and brush my teeth. I'm like, my eyes are just like shutting and closing, just like I just want to go to bed. And so being able to have an option like that is really easy. Speaking of, this is empty. This is empty. Well, needs to be thrown away, but I have these. These are the Colgate Wisp. They're the toothbrushes that have toothpaste already on them, so you don't need to brush your teeth at a sink. If you are chronically ill and struggle to brush your teeth at the sink, or just struggle to stand in general, please go and get yourself one of these so you can still brush your teeth. It has been so helpful with my dental health, just to be able, when I don't feel well or I just don't want to get up for whatever reason, to still be able to brush my teeth with one of these. It's very quick, it's very easy, and I'm still taking care of myself when I do it, so please go get one. So yeah, those are all the things that I have at my bed. The only other thing that I sometimes do, which I won't be doing this time, is my laundry. So I have a set day of the week that I do my laundry, and that's really difficult on my body. So if I'm going to be on my period, especially a bad day of my period, when that goes on, I will make sure I do my laundry today on day 1 of my period, so I just don't have to worry about it. Thankfully, my laundry, the next time I need to do my laundry is after this period, so I'm not going to be worried about it. But also a thing to think about is making sure you get any chores done that are just really difficult for you to do. Try and get them as done as possible, either before your period starts or, like me, the day of your first day, so that you're set up and prepared. Speaking of needing to eat several times, now is that time that I'm looking at the clock. It's 12:30. I need to eat. So I'm gonna go eat, have a snack, and I will be back afterward for us to do a little bit of that meal prep, and I'll explain why I prep the food that I do. So I'll be back. Hi. So it's later. Clearly I am now in bed, lying down. I was able to meal prep some oatmeal for the week, but I got so dizzy and so tired, so I did it. I've eaten one for today, and I just kind of laid down, but I'm feeling a little bit better now, so I want to make sure that I talk about it before I forget. One of the things that I like to prep for meals is oatmeal. It's really easy, it's warm, so it feels nice in my stomach, and I can add a lot of stuff to it to help. First is just oats. I put chia seeds in it. Both of those are more just things I like in my oatmeal, but one of the big helps is hemp hearts. Hemp hearts have a lot of vitamins and I'm sorry, my brain is starting to go, so I'm trying to explain this the best that I can. So yeah, hemp hearts have a lot of vitamins and stuff in them, and so it's just one of those things where I can eat it, it doesn't hurt my stomach, and I get a lot of the nutrients that I need for the day in one go without needing to worry about it or eat foods that are going to make me feel sick or hurt my stomach. So that's a really easy one to throw in. I also put PB2 powder, the dehydrated peanut butter powder stuff, because 1, I like peanut butter oatmeal, it's one of my favorites, but 2, between the hemp hearts and the peanut butter, I actually get a lot of magnesium, which is helpful with my migraines. I also eat a lot of fish when I'm on my period for the same reason. Making sure I'm incorporating that has really helped, 1, me feel I can actually get adequate rest and not have as severe of migraines. So I also put cinnamon and some brown sugar in it. That's just because that's what I like. I definitely recommend that. I didn't do this because I ran out of energy, but I also really like meal prepping like yogurt smoothie drinks. They're more like the yogurt drinks, like the Chobani ones that you can get at the store. It's literally just whatever frozen fruit I have like a mixed berry mix from Costco that I'm using right now. The recipe I use is in grams. I don't know why. It's just is. It's 100 grams of fruit, frozen fruit of your choice, or fresh fruit you can do. I've only ever used frozen though, so. I do 200 grams of yogurt because I just like that much for the protein and stuff. About 100 grams of water and 30 to 40 grams of sugar depending on how much sweet you like it. It's so simple. It stays in the fridge really nicely, so it's a really nice one that I can just make and have, and then I can just drink it. It's also so simple that if I don't meal prep it like I did today, it's really not that big of a deal. It's pretty easy for me to put together, and I have some of those blender, like single smoothie cup blenders that are portable that you can bring around anywhere. That's also really easy, so I'm not too worried about not having meal prepped it. But yeah, that's basically it for my period prep stuff, and now I'm gonna be here. So the next couple of days are gonna be brutal because they always are, but I wanted to take you guys along with me for everything. So I'm just gonna rest for the rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow for when I was gonna say hopefully I'm doing better, but it's day 2 of my period, which is always the worst, so for when I'm doing worse. I know, heads up, I guess. Hi everyone. So it's actually day 3, not day 2. I was going to film a very short clip yesterday, just being like, it's day 2, my period sucks, and just keep it pretty short and simple. But something that doesn't normally happen happened, and I basically slept all of yesterday. Like, I got up. One thing I do when I'm on my period is I just let myself sleep. When I feel tired in the evening, that's when I go to bed. And when I wake up the next day, it's just whenever, because I can have that option, so I do it. I woke up about an hour later, but I also went to sleep an hour later. I think I got like 10 hours of sleep. I was up for maybe 2 or 3 hours, took a nap, about an hour nap, up for another hour or 2, took another nap, and then was up, and then I just took another nap, and then it was the evening. It's like, I'm not filming because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be awake. Sure enough, I was up for yet another couple of hours and then slept my normal 8-ish hours for bed. Which has also meant that today I have been just about all over the place. A quick recap of my normal second day of my period. For me, yes, I'm so out of it. Basically, my normal day 2 period is the day that I spend majority of the time in my bed, because anything other than being horizontal makes me incredibly dizzy, and I have passed out and fainted because of that. So I usually spend it here, playing on my Switch, reading my book, being on my phone. It truly is my day off. A sick day. I genuinely do not do anything. So now we get to today, actual day 3. Day 3 is usually the most painful for me. I've had a bit of a headache all day. Not too bad though. Like I said, I try and have extra magnesium, foods that have more magnesium in them during this time, so my migraines aren't so bad. So I've had a headache all day, but it's kind of been pretty mellow. Well, as mellow as a headache can be, but it's not been too bad. In fact, I got dressed. It's not something I normally do on my period. I usually am in my pajamas all day, especially on day 3 and day 2, but a little bit of a change up was nice. I've honestly forgotten I've been on my period today, and then my cramps hit me. I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. Like I said, I'm very out of it because of yesterday, but I was actually able to get some stuff done that is kind of normal for me. Not usually as much as I do. I think, again, being out of it, I keep forgetting that I'm on my period, and I just go to have a normal day, and then I get smacked with I'm on my period and I sit back down. That's also been happening. But yeah, I can usually get some pretty basic stuff done in terms of work. Anything that requires as little screens as possible when my headache hits is helpful. I do a lot of handwritten stuff because of that, which I like, but I recognize is kind of weird for most people. So yeah, that's a lot of that. I also really, for some reason, like taking the time on my period to like reflect over the last month or since my last period of all the things that I've done, which is also very fun. It's just like a nice thing to do while I'm here and I can't really do a whole heck of a lot. So mentally it's been nice to do that. I've been doing that today. But day 4, tomorrow is the day Day 4 is usually the day I am back to somewhat normal routines. Today is usually I do some stuff, but I mainly stay here because I'm just in too much pain to move. Yeah, that's your little update. I honestly don't even know what else to talk about. Hopefully my brain's working better tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. I think I talked about everything. I hope I did. Wish me luck. Hello. Welcome to day 4. I wanted to start off by, first of all, saying I have no clue fully what I said yesterday in my clip. I know I did one, but I am so out of it this period, which is somewhat normal, somewhat not. Usually my period's very disorienting and I prepare for that, but this one is just a little extra. Hopefully I made sense. I'm gonna try my best to work it out in the edit. Might need to throw in some additional clips to explain anything. But today is day 4. A big thing I kept trying to do yesterday is the things that I normally do today. And what I normally do today, because it's usually the last-ish day, so I usually feel pretty gross because I haven't really been able to take a shower or take care of myself in the ways that I normally do. Like I said in the first clip, I have my skincare and ways to brush my teeth and to clean myself when I can't get into a shower or make it to the bathroom to do those things. I need to conserve my energy. Hi, Finn. Would you come and say hi? Would you like to go up on your bed? Finn would like to go up on your bed. Hold on. He's here? He's here. Obligatory Finn shot for the episode, because I don't know if I've done one yet. He is here. And he is sleepy. It's his nap time. Because that's normally when I film, because that's when you're the quietest. Also, this blue pillow was my sister's because she is now home from her first year of college. She did very well. She does not like this pillow, so we're trying it out for me. See if we like it. Finn likes it. Hence why it's at the end of my bed, because he likes it. But I don't know if it's staying. We might try it somewhere else. Yeah, yesterday I was so thrown off by everything. I kept forgetting what day it was, just in general. And so I kept pushing myself to be like, it's day 4 of my period. I should, get up and clean and do the things that I normally do. And I would go and try to do it and immediately be hit with the normal symptoms I have on day 3, which is a lot of cramping and pain. Be like, oh, this is what's going on. I knew that. That was a lot of yesterday. I was able to complete some stuff, so I actually don't have as much to do today, which is kind of nice, because it means I get to chill. But yeah, normally day 4 is my cleaning up, getting back into certain set routines that I have, and just kind of based it on my energy levels and what I have going on. One thing I did want to share, it's lunchtime, Finn's nap time, this is the smoothie I was talking about. This is not one that I meal prep, but it's super simple. I think I explained the recipe in the front, so I'm not going to do it here. But yeah, it's just a really nice thing. I like having something hot and cold, because especially right now in the spring, because we jump between, it's raining out right now, so why I have a cold drink, I don't know. But when it's really warm, I like having a smoothie because it's really simple and I can get a lot of like the vitamins and stuff from the fruit in a really easy way that's not difficult for my stomach. And then my oatmeal is the same thing, but warm. So this is my smoothie. I used a mixed berry, by the way, for this one. It's very nice. Normally, the plan would be to have our nice slow morning, as we've had, and then when lunch hits, because after lunch is usually when I have the most energy in my day, so that was usually be me cleaning up and doing the dishes, which is one of the things I did yesterday. Sort of just going around and picking up any of the dirty things I've just had to leave around my room, because I haven't been able to get up and do that sort of stuff. And that's usually a lot of energy on me. Again, I'm still on my period. It takes a lot out of me. So just doing small little things throughout the day is usually what I can get done. It's also usually a good work day when I have stuff to do to prepare for the month ahead, what videos I want to make, that sort of stuff, trying to schedule things out. Something I can really easily do in my little planner here or on my laptop. Things that I can do stationary or involve little to no movement. I also sometimes like to get like a nice walk in, especially this time of year. Just like a short 15-minute walk, because I have some neighborhoods around me that are easy for me to do that in. They're all very flat, very easy on me. But like I said, it is raining, so we will not be doing that today. All of that being said, no real cleaning up for me to do this time, and no walk able to be made. I think we may shower, which is a little bit difficult to do. I usually like to save that until my period is over, because again, I'm just at a high risk normally to faint in the shower. Add my period on top of that, it can be very difficult. And so I usually like to get a shower in day or two before my period is supposed to come, so it's over, day of my period if I have to. And then I like to go through the whole thing, and then once it's over, no more bleeding, I take another shower. But I think I might do that today because I just feel real icky. That's like basically the only thing I feel. Like I feel pretty back to normal. I just feel icky. So probably gonna do that. I do still have a little bit of my headache from yesterday. It's not too bad today. So I've been able to get on my screens and stuff. Have my Switch, you saw. And just sort of chill. That's kind of the vibe of my period. Again, because I work for myself, pretty easy for me to just kind of be like, I'm not really gonna work on my period. It's my sick time where I just get to be here. Obviously, I'm filming a video for all of you, but normally just get to be like present. I also like to take that time to try and be off of social media and my phone and just take care of myself and exist. That also helps mentally because I usually also have been getting a lot more anxiety. It's been a lot of planning, a lot of stuff. I'm going to have my smoothie and we're gonna see if I shower. I don't know if I'm fully up for it. Like physically I am, mentally I have no idea. So we're just gonna finish our smoothie, take things one step at a time. I am going to film tomorrow, which is day 5, aka post-period time, just because I feel like that's something to show off as well, to show the more true like deep clean I like to do after my period. Not like a deep clean, I'm just gonna like do my laundry and stuff. You'll see. So if I don't see you later for my shower, I will see you tomorrow to do our post-period cleanup roundup. Hi everyone, this is gonna be the final update. We are officially post-period. Honestly, I don't have as much to share as I thought I would. Usually my last day before my period is spent going through, cleaning everything up, cleaning myself from not being able to shower for like a week properly. And I did do that, and I have done my laundry. That also usually involves a lot of dishes and picking things up, but I was actually able to do that a little bit more than normal on this period, so I don't really have anything to share with you today. But I did just want to end off this video. I hope that this showed a little bit of what having POTS and a period can kind of look like if you're new to this diagnosis or we're just looking for a few tips. I hope this helped. Feel free to leave in the comments down below any questions you have. I will happily answer them. And with that, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. On screen now are my social media handles if you'd like to see more day-to-day things that I get up to. And with that, I will see you in 2 weeks for my next video. Bye!